It's another day, another simple recipe for you guys. And before we get into the video, I want to welcome all of you. For those who are coming back, thank you so much. For those it's your first time here, you're very much welcome. So to get started, I will show you the ingredients that I'm using. And remember, I told you it's a kienyeji channel. I'm just using the common ingredients zenye ziko kwa jikoni ya kila mtu. So my beans are boiled already. Here I'm having some spring onions which I've mixed with capsicum. I used half a capsicum, pilipili hoho. They are mixed and I'll use them at the end as I'll show you. I'm having cilantro there, ni kidogo tu. I'm having 2 medium tomatoes and 1 big bulb onion. These are the ingredients that I'm going to use, and you see they're just common and I believe everyone can just find them anywhere. And of course I'm using my precious cooking oil. It's precious because na hii economy it's so precious. So to get started, I'll preheat my sufuria first before adding the cooking oil, and then after adding the cooking oil I'll just put my I'll put my onions there and then add my tomatoes. I want you to see that I'm just cooking both the onions and the tomatoes together. Ile style ya mashosho. We used to believe that in style ya mashosho and that meal is never sweet, but just go and try it. By doing this, the onions won't get burnt. I don't like it when they turn color, but anyway, we are different. So after adding my tomatoes, I just sprinkle on the salt. The salt always helps the tomatoes to break down very well. You try it and you'll see. So after adding the salt, I'll just cover it and let it simmer for a while so that the tomatoes can just break down. You see, it has already started, kutoa supu, nini. And if you give it time, always give your tomatoes time so that they can give you the best end results, So at this point, I'm just going to cover and allow them to simmer for around 3 minutes so that the tomatoes may be well cooked. It's been 3 minutes and as you can see, this is what I was talking about. Now the tomatoes have broken down. They are bringing out that color of the ears. This is what I was saying. And as you can see, the onions are still retaining their color. We tend to think that onions are just decorations in our food, and so tunaacha zinaungua, they become black. If only you realized how strong the onions are and how beneficial and important they are to our bodies, hautaacha ziungue ovyo ovyo. So onions are not just decorations. They have that, I don't know how to explain it to you. You just go and read about onions. So at this point, since it's ready, I'm going to add my beans and then mix it together. So just mix it until it's well mixed with the tomatoes and the onions, like this. And you see, I feel like these beans were not that beautiful and attractive. Tafuta maharagwe zenye ziko na sura. And I took a small portion of beans and mashed them. So if you don't have this, I don't know how it's called. I wanted to say this masher thing. If you don't have that, just take a cup and mash. Remember, we say this is a kienyeji channel, so chukua kikombe and use it. So at this point, you can add your water. What this one helps with is it gives your beans that thick soup. See ile maharagwe yenye unajaza 10 liters maji and then it's like you are baptizing the beans. So this one helps with giving you that thick soup. And remember, how thick or how thin you want your beans to be depends on the amount of water you are adding. So ama ilikuwa niseme the amount of water you are adding depends on how thick. Yeah, whichever, but you get my point, you see. So after mashing those beans, I just mashed kidogo. You can choose to mash even half of the beans, and if you have a blender, you can still use your blender. So at this point, all I'm just going to do is cover it and allow it to simmer for some few minutes, and it will be ready. So at this point, it's ready. Table, look at that thick soup. Me always feel like vitu kama maharagwe si vitu za kuwekwa, thin soup. So since it's ready, I'll add my capsicum and my spring onions. And yeah, they won't have to overcook. So if you have your carrots, you can add them at this point to make the meal more colorful. Me, I felt like mine is not that colorful. But anywho, it's okay. So it's ready, and I'm just going to add my, what are they called? The cilantros, the danias. So the dania are last. Wacha kuadd dania wakati unaanza, by the time unamaliza kupika chakula, it's like ni saga ulipika na maharagwe. Imagine saga and beans in one pot. Pana. So your dania, you add them last. And don't add the dania alafu sasa uongeze moto. No, you don't want to cook saga, just as I said. And it's so irritating when the dania overcooks. Yeah, hata mi kuna time they overcook and I feel like, si poa. Ebu, look at that. At this point, everything is ready and you can just serve it with ugali. Did I say ugali? With rice, chapati, or anything that you wish to serve with, even ugali if you want to. So guys, we've come to the end of this video, and until next time, bye bye.